Hello, welcome to another Voron build stream. I am going to continue on today. Some of the stream is just putting the stepper A and B together. So we will continue on with that, and yeah, hopefully some people can join us. I'm going to just mute my phone so that no one interrupts us while we are doing this. All right. So away we go. I'm going to, whoops, where's my PDF? There it is. So we left off here. So I've already actually done this piece. Right here, I've inserted all the nuts into the bottom, and it wanted us to put nuts in the sides and the top. I've done that. So we are on this step right here. So we're going to put the drive unit together. And yeah, so that's where we are, and I'm going to flip over to my I think I'll do the overhead view so you can see what I'm doing. So I've assembled one already, and we got all the parts here. So we've got our first step in the instructions is to stick the longer bolts through. These are the M335s. And then we need to start stacking. I've got some small washers right here. They're tiny guys. You probably can't see them on here. I'll hold them up to the camera, see if we can get a shot of those guys. They're pretty tiny. So according to the instructions, we need to put one on this one, and then we need to put one on this one, and then we need some bearings. So we need 2 bearings. The bearings are flanged, so and these go flat. Whoop! Don't want to lose them. All right, there we go. Got it. Nothing in between that one. And then we put bearings on this one. Then we take 2 washers, and they go on this piece here. So there's 1 and 2. There we go. Gotta get them to go down. There we go. Need some more bearings. All right. So, and then on this guy here, which I don't think I put one on yet. It's so hard to tell. No, I didn't. I'll put one more bearing on here. And then the spacer goes on. Then we got our bearings with flanges on, and one more washer. Make sure that that looks correct. All right. Now we need to take this piece, slide it in there, and then need to assemble. Oh, don't do that. All right, we'll just fix it. No big deal. Nothing to see here. Whoops. Oh, I didn't transition to the top. Oh, sorry guys. That's okay, we'll just redo it. So, single washer there, bearing, bearing, another single washer here, and I got a single washer, bearing, single washer. And these are, again, tiny washers, as you can see. This goes on that one. And I've got one bearing. I need another washer. There's two washers on that side. Two bearings. And then one more washer. Okay. And then this needs to be put on carefully. There we go. So things don't fall out. There we go. Now, there are a couple nuts that have to go in. So they're 3mm nuts. They drop in the hole. Oops. Push into the hole. On either end here. If I can get it in. Let's see, can I push that one down? Yeah. This one's a little harder to get in. There we go. Push it down. So now the longer M35, I need two of those. Oh no, I already got those. We're on to this one, M30s, right there. All right, looks like we got 4 bearings left in that one and another 4 here. So we got 8 bearings left. So we'll drop these ones in. We'll hold it all together. There we go, that one caught. This one I don't think was in far enough. There we go. All right. The motor mount adjustable. That will go on there eventually. Put it on there so I don't lose them. So these still need to be screwed in, but they'll be when they're mounted on top. So let's see what the next step is here. We are going to mount the stepper and the G2 pulley. So let's have a look at what we got. That I had everything organized. This is mostly electronics. Yeah, so that's electronics. Thought I grabbed the pulleys. Okay, so that's an empty bag. Oh, look at that. Gates G2 Pulley. Now there are set screws in here. You don't want to lose those. So let's just make sure that that fits. It does. So let's just put those in so we don't lose them. Oh, and they give us an extra set screw. I wonder if I'm missing one somewhere. We'll have to look. Hopefully not. Hey, Pierre. Yep. Video 3. So we're just second video for today. There, I'm just assembling those. So I got those. Now I got to find my steppers. I got which steppers are which? So that must be the extruder stepper. And yeah, that must be. So I got the steppers. Let's open them up and have a look. All right. One thing I've noticed is they don't really indicate which direction to put the cabling on this. At least not from the pictures. I'm going to go to the PDF for a second. All right, so that's done. We're going to do the pulley for drive A. Oh, and then they want you to mount it. Okay, mounts on the outside. Oh no, it's on the back. The back. So I wonder if it should come out lined up with that. Oh, and I didn't pay attention because one of these is A and one of these is B, right? So if that's sitting like this, and that one's sitting like this, like so, let's go to this view. Nope. Nope. This view. So if the idlers are sitting here, these have to be opposite. So this one, I actually have to pull apart because according to the PDF, this one has to be on the bottom. And that one has to be on the top. So drive A, I assembled them identically. So I've got to tweak it. All right, let's switch cameras. There we go. All right, so we'll just undo this quickly. And we'll flip it so nothing flies off. Now, if I'm doing it backwards, there is always there was not a bearing. Oh, maybe there was a bearing. No, the bearing has to be on this side. As I dump everything apart again. All right, let's build this again. All right, so washer. Bearing, whoops, let's do this right. Washer, I will get this. Bearing, washer. Okay, now I need another washer because it's a double washer between the two. I'm going to be a master at this. Bearing, washer. All right. So this one I have to get the washer out because it will be that washer, bearing, washer. All right. And now line it all up. There we go. There. So A and B have the idlers flipped for the XY. So that makes sense. Now, yeah, that's the right one. All right, let's tighten this up. Okay, tighten this one up. All right. What are you up to today, Pierre, if you're still here? All right. Okay, that looks good. So now, if we look at the two A and B, apparently in the 0.1, they have actually labeled these A and B, so that there's no screwing up in like I just did. So that's excellent. I'm going to put this over here. All right. And we got our two steppers. And thread locker. So we can actually do it properly. So in the documentation, if we go back to, so we just finished this part. Now we're on this part. So we're going to put the pulley on. But one thing I want to do is put some thread locker on it. And I need, because that's one of the things they recommend in here is on the diagram is thread locker. So we will, let's give this a nip. Get thread locker everywhere on my fingers. Well, you know what? Let's not let it go to waste. There we go. Put the thread locker on. Okay. So we drop this on. I'm not sure how far down it has to go. So we'll put it flush for now. There we go. And then I'm not sure if I should put any thread locker on this one or not. Might as well. And then I'll wipe my hands. Get the thread locker off. All done. For now. And we'll tighten this up. All right. So I'm going to take a stab and I'm going to line the cable with this because I think that's the way it's going to have to go. So we're going to give that a shot and hopefully that's right. And then we need the M35. Need 4 of them because they will drop through the assembly here. If we can line it up right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why won't it go through? 4. There we go. So line it up with the back. Drop it in. Any special instructions? Drive unit A. Which was A? Oh, try it. I have to flip this for drive A. So I believe this is A. Nope. Is that A? Okay, this one's going to be on here. Oh, do I have these backwards? Okay, so okay, in the picture, so when I assembled this was upside down. So this is drive B. And then you have to, and okay, I think so this goes on drive B like this. And then this one will be drive A. Has to be flipped upside down. Makes sense. Will have to be opposite on core XY. So I think that's why they've labeled them now on the other one, so that you can be clear. So let's just take a look ahead at just to make sure I got this right. So that's what it looks like together. So the bearing on the bottom is this side. So, oh, there we go. There's a good picture right there. So this is drive A on the right-hand side. Okay. Whoop, that is way too much. Way too much. Way too much. I'll try that. There's a lot of thread locker right there. Let's put some on this one. There we go. Yeah. All right. Upside down. So for clarity, you have to look ahead in these to understand what's going on, but I do understand now. I have never built a Core XY, so the belts, I know the belts are kind of opposite each other. There we go. So now that's going to go at the back. All right. So now, if you need to tension it, you can pull this back and it pulls the whole motor forward and back. Not a bad little setup, really. All right, that's the A motor. The B motor's right here. Let's get these in for these. All right, we'll get the. I want to get this going. I'm sorry about the dog. He enjoys randomly going in and out, so has to let us know we need a doggy door. All right. There we go. Looks good. Okay. So that looks okay. This is the, yeah, B. It's going to sit over there. All right. All right, I don't think I've missed anything. Okay, so now it wants us to mount the drive units, and they're using the M335s mounted through here. Sure, one of them fits through, the rest of them need a little bit of coaxing. There we go. These T drivers are great. If you're in Canada, I'm sure they have it at Harbor Freight in the States and any other hardware store. But these little T drivers, so nice. So nice. Get a little extra torque if you need it. And all right. So now to mount this in, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 lined up that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. So I just don't know if we use the end post as a spot. So let me just show you here. Move a few things out of the way. Put the cap on my bearing so I don't lose any. So you've got the nuts in here. The A motor is going to sit on here like this. Now what's interesting is it almost looks like I can utilize the one piece here. But they don't really give a diagram. They don't really give a diagram on the way the screws work on this. So I don't know if it's actually supposed to use thread into the end post there and then 2 screws. It's unclear. I think it makes sense to do that. Because it kind of, everything lines up. Boy, this is going to be tricky. I'm not quite sure how you line these up just perfectly. It would be so much better if the aluminum was tapped. You know? So it's just lining those. That one's pretty close. The end post is easy. This is the tricky part, I tell you. Can't tell if it's, no, it's too far that way. Only I made T-nuts the right size for this. All right, let's figure this out. Those two are in the right spot. That one's in the right spot. This one is not quite. I have the broken pieces somewhere. The defective ones. And if the defective ones, I still have them, I could use those to line up. Oh man, where did I? All right. That's not really the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the top part of this. So close. It's one of the defective parts. There we are. This is what I'm looking for. Because should be able to use this to line up the holes. See? The defective parts are being used. Alright, so let's clean out a hole or two. That's why I couldn't use it. These are just brutal. They look horrible. So we'll use it as a lining tool. All right. So there's one. There we go. 2 are lined up. Three are lined up. Okay. 4 are lined up. Oh, that actually... Wow! That worked way better than I expected. This one still isn't quite lined up, but having the end one not lined up is a little easier to fix. Come on. That's pretty amazing. I got all of them lined up so well. There we go. Okay. So I'll push this one in. The end ones are probably a little easier to... Oh, there we go. Got it. Sweet. That's went way smoother that time than I expected. So that was pretty good, I gotta say. We'll have to do that on this side too. So I will get the opposite side. So anyone who's doing this, just print off a short one of these, not even a full one. Can be out of anything you want. Doesn't have to be out of ABS. It could be out of PLA, and use it to align your screws before you set the stepper on, because your life will be so much easier. So much easier. So there we go. There's my alignment. Now we'll take this, and it's the 35, so we'll put those through. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll just get those dropped through. Probably tighten these a little too much. Back it off a bit. So there's a little more movement before we tighten everything down. There we go. Still doesn't want to push through, but whatever. We'll get it through. That's why we got the T-nuts, T-drivers. Away we go. Wow, just putting those on makes it look more like a printer, eh? There we go. There. There. There we go. We'll just back these off a little bit at the end. Just a little bit so that we can line it up. Okay, so can we line these up like we did the other one? So we'll roughly get them in place. So we got one here. One there. Those will all line up. And this one. I need a finer, where's my little Allen key? There it is. So that's in. All right. Okay, there we go. This one about there, and that one about there. Okay. Lined up. Let's give it a shot. All right, so here we are. There we go. Oh, that one's not quite lined up. That's the end one. That's okay. Let's see. Make sure this one goes in. Yep. That one looks like it's going in. That one looks like it's going in. So this I just need to, there we go. I think I got it. Woohoo! There we go. All right, that is pro tip. Use an alignment part, and then they all go. Sweet. All right. All right. Look at that. idlers on that side look good. Okay. Sweet. Almost looks like I got a printer. All right. Now, so we got those two on. Drive unit A, drive unit B. That looks good. All right, so they want me to put an end stop. Where? Where's the end stop? Oh, look at that. It's right there. It's right there. So I need a switch. Well, let's clean this up a little bit. I don't want to lose any of these little washers because I'm going to be needing them fairly soon. So I'm going to go to my PDF so you can see kind of where we are. So we've done this assembly here, right there. That's what we aligned. And now they want us to put the little stopper or the end stop switch on. So time to find the switches, which I believe is in the electronics. And then we'll put those on, and then we are, I think, how long I've been on? Almost an hour. All right. Well, we got another hour in. There we go. So there we go. Those are done. Hex nuts. Put that away. So okay. So now that that's on, we need to do the end stop switch, which I think they're right here. So we'll get one of the switches. All right. All right. So there's our end stop switch. And we need the M2 by 10 self-tapping screws. Are they in here? They don't look like they are. So that means they would be in this one. I tried to keep things as organized as possible because look at that. M2 by 10 self-tapping screws. So I need two of those. So yeah, there's so many small parts. Keep all your stuff labeled and separated so you can find it all. Now, is this M2? I have one Allen key that fits these. All right, so we will, let's take a look here. You don't want to see my bald head. So let's see if we can get a better angle on this. Let's see. All right, that might work. There we go. So we're going to put the, we're going to set this here, and get it screwed in. And we're following the instructions exactly like it says. We're not doing anything fancy. Wish I had a smaller, longer, smaller. I would have almost put this on beforehand, but I understand why they don't want you to. So there we go. So this is what we're installing. The end stop switch. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. All right, that one is done. So there's one switch and two M2 self-tapping threads. That is done. And an M3 by 12, any head. M3 by 12. They don't care which one. M3 by 6. M3 by 12. Here we go. Any head. Here we go. And what they want us to do is put it right here. They don't really say how far to put it in. That's okay. Let's put it until there you go. Okay, done. So if we switch back, so I added it right here. See, it's right there. All right. And now, now they want us to put in another end stop. Okay. That makes sense. They want us to do the end stop for that lever. So I'm going to bring that down a bit. All right, so I need another end stop. Okay, that one back here. Fill out my bag of printed goodies. And there should be a piece for the end stop in here. Somewhere. There it is. There it is. Right there. So this goes on the non-flat side. and facing down. We'll move this over and we'll transition. All right, so they want us to mount this like that. Like so. Now I need those screws. I need 2 more of the small screws. 2 more of those. All right. Let's see if we can make this fit. All right. There's the hole. Trying to keep my fat fingers out of the way so you can see. Now, which way do they want the lever? That's a great question. They don't really show in this diagram which way the lever is. I would assume you want the lever facing that way so that it hits the button that the screw we just put in there. Otherwise it may not reach it. Hopefully that is correct. All right. We'll switch back to this camera. 1 second. There we go. I'm not going to tighten it all the way yet. Now that they're both in, I'll finish that up. All right. And then they want 2 M3 by 10. And they don't say it, but the only way to get that to stay in there is going to be some of the square nuts, which it's odd they don't say that on there. There's the 6s, where are the 10s? There are the 10s. There's 1 10. There's another 10. No, that's not a 10, that's a 12. How'd that get in there? There. Oh no, maybe those are 10s. Well, maybe that's an 8. How'd the 8 get in there? This looks blue, but honestly, it's purple. It's very violet purple, so the color on this camera is not so great. So we'll get a couple turns into that one. There we go. Couple turns into this one. There we go. So now I'm going to take this. We're going to slide it here and get it in place. There we go. A little tricky. Don't know how else you get this on. There's a better way of doing this. I'm not sure I know it. There we go. Now I'll slide that down. And we'll tighten it in place. And they want it flush with the top-ish. Let's see if this works any better. There we go. This is going to be hard getting the wires on this. I'm just saying. All right, exciting, riveting, I know, but we're going to get this done here. We'll get this in. And there we go. That's a good turn. Almost. I need a ball head one. All right. All right. One more, come on. There we go. Now I can't get the key out. Ah, there we go. So now, that should, if I crank this all the way up, trip, then stop. All right, I think this chain is too long, because there's no way the chain is going to come up that high, because it'll interfere with the switch here. So I need to shorten this, because I believe it's in the way. Oh, come on. Getting this chain out is not going to be easy. All right, almost. There we go. I'll have to figure out the length. I won't do that today, but there. Now it's out of the way. All right, so we got the 2 end stop switches in. And down there, we got all the bearings in. I got that, so that's done. So it's just idlers, front and rear idlers. Which I think I'm done for today. That's another hour and 13 minutes. Okay, well, thanks for everyone who did join. Thank you, Pierre, if you had me on in the background. That's lovely to have you live here. I will stop the recording now. Remember, we have the tchotchke Christmas holiday, actually, not Christmas, tchotchke holiday build-off. So whatever your holiday is, or if you just want to build a bauble, we want it something unique that you've made, and there are prizes. All right. I'm going to switch back to my main camera so you can see me. All right. So thanks again. Holiday contest. We have prizes. So don't forget to check us out. Like, subscribe, and see you next time.